Is the microphone working fine? You guys wouldn't have been able to hear me. I was wondering about the thumbnail not showing up. Good thing I checked, otherwise, this whole stream would have been me talking to myself. But yeah, I think we are good to go now. If someone could let me know that everything's working fine, that would be amazing. Yes, am I live or not? Okay, I guess I'll start playing and then I'll figure out whether I'm live or not. It's going for the Grand Prix. I think this is reasonable. And there are a few ways. You can play e6, you can also play this. I'm trying to recollect. In e6 seems okay. d4, this, I know this exists, but I have no idea how to play against this. Never, this was a long time ago I saw this one. Hmm. So cd knight b5. I suppose this and knight e7 has to be, and then I go d5. So plays bishop b3. That means I'm in theory if he's playing it that quick. Uh, I suppose I just castle. Takes and knight c6 seems very equalish. Could go queen b6. Could play d5 as well. In d5, c3, queen b6, knight f5. So d5, I mean, has to be sort of it. Okay, takes, I take back, and for now this bishop is shut in. Rook e8, bishop f8, c. So this is where I thought I can play a5 first, stop any. Having this a4 is good because I can now use the b file, or at least I can throw this in first. And then I can play this. Now rook b8 because my idea is to take and queen b6 and looks reasonably okay. Takes and takes. And once he takes, once we exchange, I'm looking for c5, c4. Nothing in the chat yet? Okay. c5, we're going for c4. Once this bishop is shut, I can take here and I can take here and life should be good. Rook a3, that's a bit bold. I don't even need to take, I can just take here, play rook e8, grab this guy. This rook is pinned, this will fall. Has to be winning. He's screwed, I think. How do I do this? So queen here, rook h3, queen takes b2, rook h3, queen here, queen h4, h5. Nothing. Yeah, I can take. He doesn't have anything. Rook a3, I can just take, and if queen h4, I just have h5. Otherwise, I win a piece. Guys, if you are in the chat and I'm live, could you just say hi so that I know I'm live? I'm having. I'm a bit confused if I'm live or not. I see some viewers in. Oh, Sniper's here. Okay, at least now I know I'm live. Sniper, how are you doing? You're one of the first viewers I've had. Really good to have you back. I can trade one pair of rooks. And even c3 will do the job, right? Like here. Check. If he goes here, I take. Otherwise, I take with the check and I win. Check. Yeah, this is cleanly winning. So where does he want to go? Check. King f4, queen d2. This is winning in 1,000. This is just mate, right? Okay, great. Great game. Great game. He. Okay, how's it going? You seem new to the chat unless you've changed your name. He. Huh. Very good, very good. New people joining in. Always a good sign. And if you all could like the stream, that would be great too. I've dropped in my ratings a little bit, but today I'm feeling good, so hopefully we'll get some back. I know f3 is a move. e6, e4, and takes e5, I've seen. I know this exists. I think MVL played this somewhere. And I thought queen e7 is the move, but okay. Can I take? Rook a7. Okay, takes and bishop c4, going for checkmate. Is this just winning already? Or am I missing something? The bg5 f6. But I suppose he wants this. Guys, I see a trap. Bishop b. So knight c3, bishop b7. I can play b6, takes, and okay, I want to try this. Bishop b7, b6 is a very interesting trap. No, it doesn't work. He has that. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, that was just miscalculation, I think. Not too bad, I suppose. Let's play knight e2, bishop f4. Yeah, I don't know if it was miscalculation or not. Seems okay. Because his pieces are underdeveloped, if I just play bishop f4, castles, b8 is hanging, everything seems to be weak in his camp. At some point, I think I should have played b6, but then this would have been protected. Do you read chess books as well? Yes, I have read over 35 chess books. I think he loses a knight. I have read over 35 chess books throughout my career, at least. Maybe more now. This falls. I think he just missed this and he's dead lost now. Would play bishop d6, stop him from castling. Oh my. Shoot, I relaxed too early. Forgot about this. I should have played bishop g3. Relaxed too early. Ah, okay. Can only blame myself. This is good too. Check. b6, knight d6. Hopefully something. King e7 is coming in. Still some advantage, but not nearly. I relaxed too early, like I missed this. Oh, if I play this fast enough, there should be a chance. Rook c1. What's this? King d4 is good. This is protected. If I can trade rooks, then I can't lose it. Should be 7 outside pass pawn. Knight c3, rerouting. I mean, feels like has to be winning for me. Like maybe I'll put g3 f4 and play it slow. So the idea is knight c3, play b4 takes, b5 disrupt the king, take on d5. Playing g3 is a reasonable idea, I suppose. Put my pawn on dark square so the bishop can never touch them. Knight c3. And B4 or is there another way? I can also play A4, knight A2, B4. I think that's more precise. Creates a better pass pawn. Now knight A2 and B4, I think. This is nicer because now the pawn is further away and then he has to deal with it. Here, knight takes D5, F6 is weak. If F5, I play F4 and then he has trouble. F4. His king is too far away. That's what I'm trying to capitalize on. Yeah, guys, please like the stream. Thanks, Satyam, for reminding these guys. King here should be straightforward now. His king is too far. Here, G4 is good. I could have also taken, but this will do the job. And now king here. So shoulder away, right? I mean, oh, wow, I'm down on the clock. Let me try to target this. Yeah, here he can't protect it, so now it's just running. Yeah, it feels like good conversion. Hopefully I don't blunder any stalemate traps. Knight f5, knight here, check, g7, g8. Checkmate. By the way, this pattern I learned from Danya when Daniel Naroditsky. When the king escapes, you have this checkmate. Naroditsky, rest in peace, did it once. So I remember this pattern very nicely. Yeah, otherwise, this is the key point of the game. Hi Prime, how's it going? Nice to have you here. Like the key point here is firstly, king d4 would be a massive blunder because of rook b4, and the whole point is if I can trade both the rooks, then I can create an outside pass pawn, and this pawn is weak, so the bishop is stuck. So this was the idea, and a position where I showed good insight is here. I did not rush with b4. What I did was I played a4 instead so that I can go knight a2 b4 and the king has to come further to capture this pawn. This is something I learned in a endgame, this kind of idea. And after f5, this is good because I blockade everything on dark squares and the pawns will fall nicely. And then g4 could have probably also taken here, but g4 I thought was nicer. And here king g5 actually just wins very easily. But this is all okay, this is all okay. And knight g2 is the classic because can't play bishop e6 again. And once you have two pawns, it's a textbook win. So everything was very nicely done here, and this is the final checkmate. But yeah, the key points that trading of both the rooks helps me. Somewhere here, right? The key point here is that if both the rooks go off the board, then my king just cements on d4 and then I just use the pass pawns. Those are the key points of this endgame which you should know. And then you're good to go. Play on. What is play on saying? You are on 2200. So play on says hi play on. And everyone could like the stream. That would be amazing. SRK says, I am 2200 on leeches. I haven't read any books. Should I give it a try? Well, it can't harm your chess, right? Books have only knowledge, so they can't harm your chess. They can only improve it. I am stuck between 1900 and 1915 Blitz. There is a lot of issue because of internet, time, and else plus main is skill like flagging, somewhere middle game. If you're getting flagged, I would say start slow. Start from a slightly higher time control and then decrease it as it helps you. So start from a higher time control for sure. If you are stuck, the thing is generally if you're taking more time, you should work on your tactics. The quicker you can calculate, the more time you can save. And then I would say know your openings. Play the same openings every time, but know them in depth. So know your openings, do tactics, and play a higher time control to start with. That would be my advice. Awesome. Good questions. Good questions. I feel like I'm in shape today. I'm seeing ideas today. Let's see if we can get Catalan. We can get Catalan. bg2 is good. So b5 is a sharp line, and I forgot. No, I think I know. a4 is okay. Is it like a6 he wants to play? This is like a new way of playing this. Bit surprising how he's doing this. I thought a6 is played somewhere. Maybe we are transposing. Okay, now he's going into that territory. Plays this. I don't know. Can I play knight e5? Because all this happens after castling. Like, don't I have bishop c6? And is this really equal for him? Like, don't I have b3? Some trickery? Well, firstly, he's taking, so how can how do I do this? Like knight f3, get castled first. Of course, like one pawn doesn't matter if his pieces can't get out. I suppose I'll castle. Yeah, and then go for some attack. Once f6, I suppose. b3 doesn't work, knight b4. Maybe I should have played b3 first. Hmm. This feels clearly winning, but I can't see how. This feels very good. Hmm. Maybe start with e4, play queen c3 bishop, or queen d1 bishop e3 maybe, or queen d2 is also interesting. Queen c3 there is knight a2, that's the end. But knight a2 have bishop e3 and then coming with. I just missed that. I just missed that bishop. Huh? Just missed that. Okay. It's not terrible because after queen b3, knight c6, queen c6, I have queen a3 winning this one. It's not terrible. It's not hopeless. Check and grab. Guys, I'm still in the game. I'm still in the game. Do I have check 95? Check in 95, I win. He gave me a lifeline here. He gave me a lifeline. Check queen e3 and take the queen. Okay, wait. There can be even better. I can do even better. If king f6, queen f4, I can do better. I can do better. Crushing this one. Yeah, cooked him. Cooked him. Okay, so what are the new questions? I know it's a childish question, but how long did it take you to reach this level? You see, that's a complicated story because I was 20, I started playing chess at age of 11, and by the age of 14 or 15, I was 2273 FIDE. And then COVID came, and then my chess progress just stopped. So, like within 4 or 5 years, I was a pretty decent FM level player, I would say. And then after COVID, I have not improved that much because I started focusing a lot more on academics. I'm doing well at academics. And yeah, started working, stuff like that, but could not put time and effort into chess as much as I would have liked. Still, there is hope. I mean, I have 2 IM norms. Still, there is hope. I can get 2 IM someday. Just, life. Why didn't you play b3 and bishop a3 before? Yeah, I think the knight was hanging, so I will check that. Right now he's lost, so the thing here is, I was thinking b3, but has he played a move? No, he hasn't. I don't know what happened there. What was the problem with b3? I thought he takes and bishop a3, king d8, and I didn't see a mate. So that's what I missed. But yeah, completely missed that after knight before this is hanging. I was so focused on getting this one. Luckily, it doesn't lose. Luckily, I still have this queen a3 trick, which I found. And this kills him. So, yeah, the question is like, I really want to figure out what was the clean way here because bishop c6 has to be winning. And I'm thinking what the cleanest way here is. See, the knight is hanging, right? So you either have to sack the knight or you have to play knight f3. So I think knight f3 was okay. And this is where I need to see what the critical idea would have been. I'm thinking whether I can sack a pawn with b4 to gain some tempi. If you remember from one of the previous streams, b4 was an idea somewhere. Bishop d2, bishop here. And I'm trying to utilize this tempo for this square. Maybe knight d3 this hangs. So here the bishop is unprotected. We know tactics occur on unprotected pieces. So I'm wondering whether there is queen here, for example. Queen a2, bishop b5. And things could get interesting. My guess is it's b4. I'm going to check. I think it's b4. Could be b4. Okay, engine just says castle, what I played in the game. b4 is one of the best moves. But okay, if you castle and then you play knight d5, then all you should do is you play rook d1 and you ignore f6. Because rook d1, f6, now b4 is the crazy move. Now you allow knight b4 and then you play bishop a3 pinning everything. This is high quality. You give up this knight, but then you just play queen e4 and all of his pieces are stuck. Okay, in a blitz game, not the easiest thing to see. Not the easiest thing to see, but this is clearly winning because queen h4 is coming. Yeah, this would have been fantastic if I would have found it. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. Guys, who has been following World Cup? Quite some players got knocked out. Who has been following the World Cup? Like Hans getting knocked out in round 2 was a shocker to me. I thought Hans would make it much far than he actually did. Oh, c6 was my prep. Okay, this is also okay. I analyzed this like 5-6 years ago. BD6 is also okay. Knight f4, according to my analysis, wasn't the best. Like 6 years ago. But I now need to recall why. I know it wasn't the best, but why? Because I think I remember like this setup is supposed to be good for me. The knight can come to e6. Things like that. He's not taking, and I'm thinking how to take advantage of that. I suppose he'll have to. Rook e8 is good, anticipating taking, and then c6. I can play c6, knight c7, b6, bishop a6. A very good setup. Play c5. If b6, he wants bishop b5. So I suppose I have to start with c6. Plays b4. I mean, yeah, it's possible. But I can play b5 myself, can't I? And then I can say my knight is well placed. This feels like a more like a QGD now. Yeah, my bishop is inside. That's a problem. Uh, okay. I mean, you have to do what you have to do, right? I'm going to place this temporarily here. I know this is not the best square. Knight e4 actually, no? If takes, then this hangs, then this hangs. Bishop d2. I feel like I should capture this bishop. Even though it looks bad, I will have a dark square bishop. Hmm. Or I can play queen c7 and delay. No, delaying doesn't help. I should take queen c7, rook a7, rook a8. Figure out what to do with this bishop. Otherwise, my position seems all right. Like at any point, I can play f5. So I don't understand the idea of this. Now my knight should go to e4. Takes, which is a little bit strange, but possible, I suppose. Ah, yes, g5, which I missed. You can play g5 and then knight comes to defense. And now I'm starting to make my way through to the queen side. I should have played g6. I don't know. Takes here, which is surprising. If he covers this square, I'm not convinced I will have enough problems. I know he wants... I feel like sacking a pawn, honestly. But I can play bishop c8. Okay, he's trying to create some trouble here. Okay, I'm holding for now. Question I'm asking is where does he want to go with the rook? If the rook goes here, then the queen can't come in. And if here, I have bishop here. And bishop attacks and defends. Bishop can't take because there will be tactical problems. I'm seeing tactics today. Now I have an idea of queen here attack. Good maneuvering. I'm seeing things today. I feel like I'm in good shape today. I found this g6 idea very nicely. Avinash, I'll get back to you in a second. I'm a bit low on time. Is chess fun after becoming a title player? Or temporarily, you receive a little bit more respect. That's true for sure. Yeah, for amateurs, like you appear like a god to them. Whereas, like if you against Magnus, I am nothing. Against amateurs, I am sort of a god. G4, I feel like there have to be some tactics here, right? Do I have rook here? Probably too much. Queen h4, a bit low on time. There had to be some tactic. Does he have knight g6? Do I? No, rook f3. Okay. Mm, yeah, I don't know. Oh, did my queen get trapped? Ah, just queens get trapped. Yeah, fine. Got unlucky there. I thought I was doing really well here. What's the blow? What's the killer blow here? Queen here, queen g2. Do I just trade then? And then go for queen e1, queen b4. That I missed this. And if he takes with the queen, I suppose I have no, I don't have g5. Or what do I have here? Oh, I do have g5. Okay, f5 and ef5 and d4. Yeah, the feeling was good. This idea was brilliant, but I couldn't execute it to perfection. Queen h4 is also great. Yeah, bishop f4 had to be played. Missed it. I mean, I saw it, I didn't believe in it. Otherwise, I was doing okay. Could I have done better somewhere here? Okay, instead of starting with a5, I can start with c6, and now if bishop e2, then knight d7, castles, and rook e8. So he's asking me to do without a5. Is there a difference? Because I remember in my prep, which was a few years ago, that here you could go a5. Okay, that's possible. So you should go a5 after the capture has been taken place because you are actually stopping b4. Otherwise, if he doesn't take straight away, then your job is to play bishop e2 and you should continue with knight d7. Because now take b4, you are ready to actually play b5 and then a5. Nice subtlety, nice subtlety. I'll continue playing. Yeah, please go on. Ask questions. Do I enjoy playing chess? That's a deep question. That's a deep question. As a hobby, for sure. As a hobby, for sure. Competing can be stressful, but as a hobby, it's okay. Not bad, yeah. I enjoy shorter time controls now. Uh, like classical can be a bit too stressful for me. You can also castle. D5 is a move. D5, bishop D3, E5 is a line. So he plays queen C2. Then I can castle. A3 takes also B6 and knight D7 both. Also C5. B6 seems okay. Takes, bit strange. This exists, but C5, C4. The whole problem with queen C2 is that C5, C4 can be annoying. Is it bishop A5? I think it's bishop A5. I don't know where I remember that from, but I think it's bishop a5. I can always take next move. And e3 hasn't helped him. I think taking is right. Yeah. And knight e4 I get a bind. This is theoretical. Alekhine played a game very similar to this. Alexander Alekhine. Yeah, please, all questions are welcomed. Feel free to ask questions. How do you go ahead studying chess using books? I picked up a book by someone and I have not been more frustrated. That means you just need to go for a simpler book. Yeah, so go for a simpler book, right? Read someone like Silman, who focuses a lot more on explanations. Or you could go for Andrew Soltis, who also focuses a lot more on explanations. Andrew Soltis is a very underrated author. He has written tons of books, but he has not gotten enough recognition, in my opinion. Don't need to take, right? When he has less space, you don't need to take. Knight d6 is better, I think. Bishop g6 and knight f5, free maneuver. And he lands in trouble. I don't know how he defends. If he takes, I can take and take here. What a maneuver. Rook c8, defend and take. Read Andrew Soltis or Selman, I would say, for sure. Avinash, how long have you been playing for? I want to say, like, how long does a person have to play before they start asking that question? Knight d4 is a good tactic, right? And e2. Tactics occur on unprotected pieces. I'm seeing tactics today, so I'm doing good with calculation. Like, I know I made one blunder, but okay, that's acceptable. Right here, defense. I could have thrown in bishop c2 as well. It doesn't matter, I think. Knight d4 is coming. Knight d4, rook d1, he wants. No, that's not gonna work. There's bishop c2. Yeah. So he missed the tactic, and knight e2. I trade the knight, so d5 remains protected. There is no back rank, and he's screwed. So yeah, tactics are working well today. 3 years and you don't enjoy chess. Why? Is it? Do you compete or do you play it as a hobby? This I can play queen e8 because there is a threat of checkmate. If king f2, then queen e2, and I take. And GG's. Yep, and he resigns. So tactics are sharp today. Why do you not enjoy? Like, what aspect of it? Is it the theory to remember? Is it not being able to calculate? Is it blundering too much? Which part? You mainly play online. I think over the board is a much different feeling. It gives you that adrenaline rush. Why do people love to play Benoni against me? I don't understand. I don't understand, honestly. Suppose I could play bishop e3, queen d2. Is this supposed to be a good Benoni for him? I don't know. Like, my thought is, why can't I play knight b5? And so my thought is, why can't I take play knight b5, set this knight there? I think I can. Bishop d2 always annoying. Yeah, queen c2, bishop d2. Maybe put the bishop on c3. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure how his setup is going to make sense. Bishop d2 is a good move. And now queen c2. Otherwise, he had rook b5 in some cases. Now queen c2, and then I need to decide which piece I want to put here. And also king should be on h1, just in case. c4 is not going to be dangerous. I can get this square. Can also play f4. But then knight d3. Okay, he wants knight d3. So knight d4, the knights help each other. Plays rook c8. Now I'm going to make him dance a little bit. And the rook is unprotected, so I need to get in b3 or b4. If I can get b4, it's close to winning. It's strategically winning. Mm, he wants knight d3. He continuously wants that. I feel like rook a3 could be an option to go rook c3. Please knight d7. He's reorganizing. Why not rook c3? If knight c5, then f4 and knight d3. Okay, rook. This came as a surprise. There's knight g4. Okay, he plays this b3 and takes and queen d3. Now everything seems a bit shaky for him. Knight before queen d2 and then takes and the knight hangs. This is good. This is good. I like my position, even though it's not clear how I'm winning, if I'm winning, but I quite like it. I know getting a simpler book is a solution, but let's say when I pick up an opening model game and some start playing, but are books like these? Yeah, definitely. Like books are very helpful. You just need to read a book for the sake of gaining knowledge and not for finishing the book. Don't get a book which is more analytical. Go for the more explanations one. Some people like to calculate a lot more, so they might go for analytical ones. But if you prefer explanations, an explanation based book is good enough. There will be a time where you'll have to read books on calculation, which will be more calculation. But for now, you can stick with explanations. There is no problem. I think a5 is amazing. And I want to take with the rook because I want knight c6 and the rook is not hanging. Wow, I'm doing really good today. This hangs or this hangs. I have to make a trade-off, it seems like. Can't defend both, can I? No, come on. Okay, take this guy. Fine. Play h3, move my king up. When this hangs b4, rook c8. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Check. Knight f8. Queen c6, king f1, king h2. This hangs. Queen e8, queen e7. Feel like I've screwed up. Yeah, it does feel like I've screwed up. Yeah, okay. Fine. Question is where? Where did I screw up? Feel like every time I get distracted by answering a question, I I manage to screw up. Uh, so this seems good. Knight c5. Is it taking with the... No, can't be this. I feel this has to be right. This has to be right. Knight c5. Yeah, this was the critical moment where I started to get down on the clock a little bit after thinking too long. What could have I done better here? Oh, wait, is this... No, I thought b4, knight here, queen c2, but then queen d5, then knight c7. Is this the way? Now I have rook c7, and if queen d5, I have knight c7. Was this the way? If knight f6, I could have played Not exactly sure. So a5 is correct, knight d7 is correct, rook c4 is correct, rook c4 is correct. And what did I do? I took with the rook, which is okay. Knight c5, queen a2. I did not see that. So the best move is either queen a2 or bishop g1. And queen a2, if you take the pawn, then I have knight c7 and a6, a7. Ah, okay. Not the easiest thing to see, but certainly possible. Yeah, knight c7 didn't occur to me. I was always trying to get knight c6 instead of knight c7. That's okay. We learn. Rocco, how's it going? Prokop or Proco? I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, white no. Go for e4. No, no, that's fine. You can ask questions. That's up to me when I want to reply. No, please feel free to ask questions. Did we see Hare Krishna's game very sacrificed? Here I can play 95. Okay, this goes back into standard theoretical territory. I don't remember this. It's like takes rook e1 maybe. I'm making up theory as I go. If knight moves bishop h7, he has to play rook d8, no? Am I screwed? Am I lost then? No, I have bishops. Am I lost after rook d8? That would have come out of. No. Wow, am I lost? I have to play this. Maybe not lost. I can take and take with a bishop, knight e5, bishop c2 again. No, I'm not lost now. For a moment, I got scared. I thought I was lost. Maybe I'm a little bit worse, but I don't know what is. Knight d3, rook here. And if rook d1, then knight c5. Smart guy. I have to give him some credit. Or is he? Bishop f5, rook c1. I mean, this feels like it's playable for both sides. He wants rook d8 and rook d2. I won't be able to stop that, would I? If king e2, rook there. But I can play king e3. Uh, how do I do this? This wasn't my first intention, but feels like it's playing out. If I can get g5 and f4, looks like a decent bind. And everyone, please like the stream so that more people can join in. Like, how hard is it to like a stream? Come on, you can do this. Uh, feels like this is okay. Now I need to find a way to start attacking these guys, or I should try to get a checkmate with rook d8, knight f6. If I can get rook d2, rook d8, I have made significant progress, I would say. So the idea is to put the king on g2, put the rook on d8, put the knight on f6. So he stops that idea. Goes for rook e8, which is good maneuvering. Uh, b4 to stop c5. And then rook d4, king f2. I suppose I move away. And then I go for knight f6 or knight c5. And I start cooking. Take or rook e4? Rook e4, king f8. Take. Rook e4, king f8. Knight b7. No, takes is good. Check. Knight a5. Every square seems covered here. I've covered everything. And if rook d8, I'll play king e3 and I cover most squares again. This as well. So this seems so textbook. Ah, so he's wondering take a4 king d5 b5 king c. Am I not winning that pawn in game? King b. Oh, wow, that pawn in game doesn't seem to be winning me. Ah, spectacular by him. If I take rook a6, knight b, I have to be. I don't know. Knight c4, knight d5, king e3, take here, put the knight on e5, check, bishop e4. Tricked me. Oh no, wait. No, I won. Okay, I won. He didn't trick me. What I thought was I should have captured her, but yeah, no time to this. But otherwise, I thought my technique was pretty decent here, and he's very lucky that this endgame probably doesn't lose for him. What I was considering was is this endgame king d5, and I thought he's close enough. Is he? Like I was looking at something like this. It feels like he's just about in time. I don't know. Yeah, this very lucky for him that this works. Then a4, c5 was really good by him because his idea is to take and play rook a6. And so b5 seems logical, rook here. And again, he has a fantastic idea of this. But I found a resource here. Probably this was more like it because if king b6, then bishop e2 and a5. This would have been amazing. And if c4, I could have played knight. I want to say c5 because then bishop can work and the pawns are protected. Something like that. But otherwise, I think pretty decent. I want to see what the evaluation was. Am I lost here or no? No, I'm not lost. But instead of rook e1, well, I should have played queen c2. That's the theory. Queen c2 and a knight b4, bishop e4, knight c2, bishop d5, knight a1, bishop e4 again, and the knight is trapped. Interesting. c4 take, knight c6, cd, queen d, queen c2 is the move. And if they play bishop f5, it makes sense to play knight c3, bishop f5, okay. So now what the chat is saying. Prag did sacrifice his queen. I didn't see that. I might have to check it again. But his game ended in a draw, didn't it? Yeah. Thank you, Avinash. Yeah. Any more questions, please send them over. I love to answer questions. But my question is, have you liked the stream or not? That's what my question is. d5, c5. I want to... Is queen b6 a thing? I've seen this idea now a lot often. This bishop d7, bishop b5, but it won't make sense here, would it? How do I do this? Is it c4? They're playing bishop d7 somewhere. Like, can I try this anyways? They're playing bishop d7 somewhere these days. CD won't work. Knight c6 seems okay. Yeah, what is my bishop doing here? I still need to answer that question, but taking is fine. Now bishop should have been on f5, which is a little bit unfortunate, but can put the rook here. I mean, seems okay. Seems like a normal position. E5. Sometimes you have these tricks. Do I have this trick? Knight e4, bishop here. Knight d2, rook f8. No, it probably doesn't work. Then I should bring my bishop back to queen back to c7, put the queen on b7, a5, b4. And then if e5, the bishop is blocked. So he plays knight e5, which is reasonable. Now I'm a bit uh, helping here in knight d7. So I'm reorganizing my pieces, and if I can get an open diagonal for the bishop. By the way, why didn't I just take on e4? I could have just taken on e4, which is really stupid by me. And now he's going to close that. I could have simply taken. Weird. f4. Now he's getting some play. Should I play f6 or not? I think it's too early, but I can play f5 b4. g6 bishop e6. So bishop d7, keep an eye on the sixth rank, something like that. No worries, Avinash. See you later. Stops f5 and b4. Can get b4. I will have some play. And for now, I feel like I'm defending. If my attack is faster here, so I don't know what his idea is, but I'll play here. He doesn't have bishop d3, which he could have used, so now if I trade a pair of rooks, then his attack weakens and my bishop will always defend. What I need is my bishop to be on e8, ideally. h4, he wants h5, so I guess I have to play h5 myself. He can do this. I mean, I don't see any big threats here. So firstly, I'll trade a pair of rooks. Then I will play. So if I play b3, he wants queen d1, bishop h5, but that won't work, I think. Do I take the gamble or do I take and play rook a8? I don't have time to think. I should take, I think. Take and queen b3 or rook a8. No, I need to trade the rooks, not a question. I need to trade the rooks. Oh, there is direct mate. Can I not take here? Queen a1 check. Yeah, I'm winning this. King f2, bishop h4, g3, bishop g3, queen here and takes. Gives me this one, check. Doesn't matter. And king g3, queen g1. And should be game over. He might. I thought he would try this. I suppose I can play queen e1, bishop f7, king f8. King f8, king f8 anyways. He could have taken on f7, I think. This feels okay. Here, queen g3. Now I just need a pattern to checkmate. And trade, right? Okay, checkmate. Yeah, that was pretty good. Like the tactical insights were very nice here. Like bishop. So his idea why he sacrificed on h5 is so that he can get takes and queen at 7. And so my whole point is to eliminate the knight. So there is no queen at 7. He takes and then queen a1 check, king h2, bishop f4. It doesn't matter if you would have played this. Still the same thing works. Queen check and I take the bishop back. But he played king h2, I take on f4. He plays g3. I take king g2 and queen e1. After this, king f8, h5, and this is just easy. Yeah, this was all reasonable. Yeah, I hope you liked this one. Okay, awesome. Yeah, maybe let's try one last one, and depending on how many viewers there are, I'll see whether to continue or end the stream. But it's been enjoyable. It's been enjoyable. Thank you for those who did join. Well, possibly ending it with a knight off. We'll see. I analyzed a lot of Fisher games here back in my day. Like a few years ago, I was analyzing a lot of Fisher games here. They usually play knight f3. Knight b3 is a bit new to me. Bishop e3, I can play bishop e7. Question is, will I play b5 or b6? That's what I have to decide. I guess castles. If castles, then b5. No, it has to be b5 because now when I get b4, there will be this. Okay, Johnson is being naughty. B4, knight d5, knight e4, queen b4. Takes. I have to play bishop b7, even though I don't like it because I've. Well, this is an idea. Rook c8, trickery. Now I feel happier because I can play b4 and I can take and I can play. Should I throw in e4? Bishop e2, like it gives him the square. I want to play here. And I feel like this position is supposed to be good for me. And how do I do this? Is it like queen a5 or a3 first? Maybe queen a5. Like this is a textbook good knight off position. He should have taken so that his knight could have gone to g4. Plays g4 himself, which is exciting. e4, bishop e2. Doesn't work. Knight b6 with the idea knight c4 is possible. Yeah, I like this. Knight b6 or knight c5. Feel like this knight should go to c5. I could have played knight e5. I don't know. So my idea is, so I want to bring my pieces towards the king side and launch something there. But how exactly I'm going to do that, I am yet to figure out. Rook c8 seems natural. I feel like again this has to be better for me, but concretically it's not clear how. Looking at b3, open up the king side a bit. Might queen h2 might be his error. If there's a decisive error in this game, it will be queen h2. I feel now I'm opening up everything. The key to attack is that you bring all your pieces to the side you want to attack. And now I thought rook c2. Rook c2, rook d2. Or I can play knight c4. I like knight c4 because it defends and it threatens knight a3, rook c2, queen a3. That would be awesome. My idea is knight a3, b a3, rook c2. Does he give me what I want? Okay, it's a bit of a Hail Mary here. Shoot, this doesn't work, does it? Oh, B2? Rook C2, knight B3 I missed. It's not losing. Okay, come on Tanmay. You can do this. B2 is also interesting. Queen B2. I'm gonna go for B2 because it looks simpler. I don't know if that's the best or not, but it looks simpler. If queen b2, I have rook b8, and if knight b3, then queen a4, hitting the bishop and the knight, or I can sack twice and play rook b8. Both are interesting. Okay, this has to be winning. No, this has to be winning. Oh, uh, oh, he plays. Okay, okay. All right, who wins this one as well? That was a good night of game. That was a good night of game. This idea with b3 and playing knight c4, knight a3 seems really good. And I'm dead sure I'm winning here after b2. I'm dead sure I'm winning. Yeah, it's +2 for me. So knight b3 was his best move, queen a3 is best, this and rook b8, king c2 and okay, so yeah, this was the correct continuation. And was my idea. So funny enough, I was debating whether to play e4 or not. It turns out you should play e4 because after bishop e2, you should actually give up this pawn by playing knight b6 and knight d5. Go for this one instead. That's more critical, the center pawn. And if he takes, then you have a pass pawn. So e4 would have been better there. But now surprising bit for me is that e4 is better even here. I will explain you why I didn't play e4. My point here is that this knight should be on c1 instead of d4. So if I play e4, bishop e2, and then a5, indeed, knight d4 is the best move, and white will gain advantage. But the subtlety here is that you again play knight b6 before playing a5. So a bit counterintuitive, but this would have worked as well. I went for the more natural a5 idea because it's more natural in the knight off, and then I went for queen a5 stuff. Takes knight b6, and then queen h2 was the decisive error. You see, I already told you that if he makes an error, it will be queen h2. Queen h2 decisive, and now b3, and I strike. And I'll show you my beautiful point, which I was wondering. So after a3, let's say he plays a move like h5. Sorry, not here. After knight c4, if he plays a move like h5, the key idea was to take on a3, ba3, and then play rook c2 is what I was intending. Okay, there is knight b3. But say he blocks, the key idea was queen a here and queen a1. And if I take directly, then there is queen b2 defending for a little bit. So that was the kind of thing I was visualizing. Hope you do like it. Oh, people are back again. Aman Gupta is back. Aman Gupta is back. Aman was there since I was streaming candidates. I think the first tournament I streamed. Aman, really good to have you here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Shesha is back again as well. Awesome. Aman, long time no see, man. Wow, old people are joining in. Could it be any better? He's going for this. There's I should. I know e4 queen b3 is a line. I know e4 queen b3 is a line, but I don't know anything after that. So I know this exists, but what happens here? Is it knight d2 or is it knight d2? I guess we'll see. I'm not sure if what I'm doing is right, but looks okay. At least he can't castle. If he could castle, that would be disastrous for me. I don't know. I'm not impressed, but I don't think it's too bad, my position. I'm certainly not impressed, but is it bad? Different question. If this knight wasn't here, I could have had a tactic. So I can try e4. Wait, e4 is interesting. If he takes bishop h6, and then I want knight f6. E4 is very interesting. Otherwise, I get e5. Hmm. He has found a good response as well. Takes, I suppose. Yeah, okay. He got the queen out of the trouble. Queen c3. He takes, right? And I take here, he takes here, I take here. What the hell is going on there? Let's go into some muddy waters, shall we? Let's go into muddy waters. So, you're wondering what on earth is going on here? I am as clueless as you are. Mm, Queen h5, I move away. G2, I take. He takes. Complicated calculation. Very complicated. I have to feel like I'm screwed. Hmm. Rook f4, g h6, queen a8, queen b7, queen h1, king f2. Feel like rook f4 is worth trying. No, it's not queen h6. Either I am exceptionally miscalculating or I am exceptionally calculating. I don't know which one. If queen h6, there might be rook f7, and if queen h1, king f2, I can sack the rook and there is mate, which would be surprising. And if gh6, I wanted. What did I want? Queen 8, king d7, and queen b7 was my big idea. If queen here, king f2, and my hope is I will at least have a draw. There is no question about this. Queen here, king here, you can take the rook, but at least I have a draw with queen here, queen here. Maybe a win too, if I see hard enough. It would have been exceptional defense by me if this works. If this works, it's exceptional. And if it doesn't work, then it's nothing. And now rook b8 is good because he wants this and takes. So now he's realized what my idea was and he's countering it, which is not pleasant. I suppose I can still try this. Rook b2, king e3. Ah, he queens. Ah, that's Even this works actually. Yeah, I mean, good calculation by him. I have to give him some credit. He outcalculated me here. Have to give him some credit. Very good job by him. I actually don't mind losing games like these because they show your opponent's class. So it was a good battle. I thought e4 I was really onto something, but knight a5 he found was a amazing resource. And the big question is, do I have anything here? Bishop d7 is good, queen d7, queen c3, fe4, queen a5, ef3. Everything was good, but I should not take on a7. Instead, I should take on h6 first, which is interesting. And then I should play rook f3. Hmm. And then I should play knight f6 to take away the d7 square, and then I should go for the pawn capture. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. What's the theory here? The brilliant thing here is that I could have played e4 here because he can't long castle. And if you take with the pawn, then bishop g5, queen f7, bishop c4, and the game goes on. But question is, what's the theory here? f5. bb5 is okay, but castling is better. And then bishop d6. You should play bishop e2, and then you should go for knight c4. Yeah, fair enough. Now I'll remember. It's been long indeed. It's been. Where were you, Aman Gupta? Where were you? This is Prug's thing. I don't know if you can take. I think you can take here because I haven't played bishop here. But I don't know what goes on here. Is it e5? I feel like I remember e5 somewhere, from somewhere. And f4. And hope for the best. If I can get. I don't know. It's a bit suspicious to me what he's doing. Taking is logical. F6 is logical. Not blundering, right? No, rook c1. I am up a pawn, but he has compensation. Now knight e4 or h3. Either of the two. This is a good move. If this works, it's a good idea. Of course, that's true with any move. If it works, it's a good idea. Why do I feel like I'm blundering something? I have this feeling I'm blundering, and I don't see it. D1 is covered. Bishop is there. This is hanging. This is hanging. Maybe not. Rook d1, bishop c3. Yeah, I want to castle and I can't. That's annoying. If I play a4, then rook b2. Yeah, he's found good counterplay, which is very, very annoying. Wait, I can play rook d1. Rook d1, rook a2, rook d8, knight d8, knight e4. Okay, I think that this is the move. I'm going to go step by step. So I should take here. Then bishop f3, cover this and castle maybe. Play with two bishops. Very annoying. No, I can take and castle. What's annoying? And I would say with the bishop, it's slightly better because this b7 is hanging. Actually, going step by step helped. And rook f2 is coming. No, 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 this is not bad at all. This is not bad. Rook a1 is coming too. Oh, I'm in decent shape here. Rook a1 trade, one pair of rooks. Ease your trouble a little bit. And then take a6, I have c5, I think. Plays this. Surprising. I think what he missed is that he can't take on c4 in the end because I have bishop d5. Else I have c5 myself. And c6. I have to be a bit careful with this, but I think I should be okay. Check king e7, rook h8. This feels bad because now rook d7 check. Does he have any mating ideas? I'm just going to play, just for safety, I'm going to play h3. Because these pawns can be taken anytime. Takes on c7. Yeah, takes on c7, right? That should do the job. Up on the clock as well, a little bit, so that sounds good. It's looking good. Yeah, and he resigns. I found this very quickly, actually. The whole point is if you distract the rook, then c7, he can't stop. So that was a good. I mean, it's nice that I found the critical defense here with takes bishop f3. And now the only way for him to create something is knight d4, which at first looked annoying, but if you just castles, you suddenly realize that this knight doesn't do anything, and the rook is stuck. You can of course take here, but then I take and then I start running. So good defense there, good defense. Oh, hi Jordy, how's it going? Wait, I suppose that Riaz and Skibidi are the same people. Devraj, how's it going? Why are you in the US? I'm not in the US. I'm in London. I'm in UK. Yeah, no, I didn't lose. Yep. I just read the chat, Jordy. I was playing. Very nice to see you. Uh, so yeah, decent game. I want to check if e5 is the line here. I think I saw Prague playing this. No, this is not the line. Okay, I believed it was. I suppose you just go with d5 here then. Yeah. Misremembering things. Okay. Let's try one last one. Gained some rating in this stream. I started at 2634, now I'm 2667. Getting back to my original strength. Been calculating well today. E3, I know this, I've seen this, but what was my. Is it BD6 I play here? I've definitely analyzed this. I know this setup is okay. Is it the best? I don't know, but I know it's okay. Stops knight b5. Now c5 is okay. Rook c8. I want to play rook c8. Already have my queen. Eyeing. What's this? If d4 I want to take and then play c5. That's the whole point I'm banking on. Can't be terrible. But now my rook should be on b8, so maybe it was a bit rushed, but on the other side I have e5. This is a. I should start attacking here, maybe. because his all his pieces are on the this side of the board, so I can start attacking the king. If he plays g3, he weakens the diagonal. It's interesting. He has some questions to answer, and so do I. If knight e4, I have bishop f4, then rook c2 I take. So plays this back, plays this. That means I can go back, and I've weakened the diagonal. I've fulfilled my purpose, and then I'm looking at e5 sort of stuff. Um, yeah, wondering how to do this correctly. E5, d5, I don't know if that's good or bad. I feel it's. I'm going to trust my instincts here. He has to play d5 and then I get knight c5, e4. I'm going to trust my instincts that this is good. In the endgame, they are weak, so trading pieces helps me. In general, that helps me. And if I can get f4, then f2 starts to become a bit shaky. So I feel like I'm doing this well. f4 first or bishop c5 first? Let's start with f4 because it has to be played. bg4 is good. Rook d8 seems logical. Check king h8. This is interesting. Is there no bishop c8? If I can trade light square bishops, f2 becomes weak, c4 is weak. Queen e6 is what I missed. Takes here, so I have to play this. It takes on e5, takes rook here. I'm gaining back the pawn, so shouldn't be terrible. Stuck, isolated. Interesting. I have a feeling I might win this. You see, I'm playing against these isolated pawns in the long term. And that's why I thought the going into an endgame was a good direction. bd6 I have this, king f7. This I can play a5. He had bishop d6, I think, which he missed. Rook a2. Rook here is better. I should keep the pin here. King g6 I like. a4. And let's start with rook c4 so that I can take and take. If bishop e5, I have rook f2. And it's not all bad. This is good. King f5. I wanted to disconnect the bishop so that I have rook c2. Does it? How exactly does this work? Check, king goes there, and if king there. I think rook c2 works. With a check. And he wants to take here. I have to be a bit cautious. Check again. Make him waste some moves. And then capture. King g6. Check again. Start running. I'm faster, I think. Okay. No! I have no words. I have no words. I have. How would I, he had one trick. He had that bishop. That bishop. No. Uh, I regret having a piece on the board. I, re- I was not 2750, I was 2700, and then I dropped down a bit, and then I came back up a bit. And actually, I was 2750 at some point, but not recently, I think. Yeah, this is not the stalemate I was hoping for. Okay. Wait, is my internet bad? What's going on with the internet? Okay, seems like it's back. Terrible, terrible. I don't usually scream. I don't know why that made me scream. Uh, this one I know. Just need to play knight here, knight g4. Play bishop f4. This is good. This is easy to play. Queen g3 is an idea. Queen g3, bishop h6. Standard ideas. Thinking if I can get knight g4, but if he goes there, it will be escape. Because this is the defender of h7, I want to get rid of this. Is also an option. Thinking whether I should play queen. Is there bishop h6? Or is there knight f7? King f7, queen g6, king f8, bishop h6, g h6, queen h6, king e8, he's escaping. Hmm. Again, the feeling that I have something here, but I can't see it. Queen g3. I mean, feel like has to be queen g3, but I don't know what else it could be. Rook d4, bishop here, knight h5, queen f3, attacking f6. No, knight h5, I can't play queen f3, I have to play queen e3 there to attack the rook. Interesting. I don't know if rook d4 is good or terrible. This is either an excellent move or a terrible one. c5, so he did see this. But did he see knight f3? Or is he out calculating me here? There is g4 if I want to be super aggressive. I mean, life is too short, so should I just do it? Life is too short. I don't know if it works, but it looks interesting. If he takes, I can take with the queen. And if queen takes e5, bishop h7, king h8, bishop g6, king g8, mate. Jordi, you remember that pattern I showed you? Takes, queen e5, bishop h7 one. That could work here. Unless he will play knight f6, I will play g5 takes, bishop takes, queen takes, and then it will be a draw. Yeah, at least I've thrown him into in a murky position. G4 is an excellent move, or it's just nothing. So let me throw him here. Bg5 f4. Plays this. Don't I have queen h6? Bishop e5. It's a draw, isn't it? Bishop because queen defends f7. F4 is possible. I'm gonna play f4. I'm gonna push for the win. Get rid of this rook, only annoying piece, and then I want to play king f2, rook g1. Bring more attackers. He gives up a pawn. He's organizing defense. He's a good defender for sure, like excellent defensive skills. I missed this. Completely miss rook e1. Amazing defender. He's either cheating or he's an amazing defender, but I think he's playing. He's playing by himself. Who tricked whom this time? Who tricked whom? Who tricked whom? King of what? Ah, what a trap. Oh, what a. Well, the culprit again was the bishop. Even in this game, the culprit is the bishop. Oh, the bishop. Okay. My thought is this a stalemate or can he actually win this? Is this a fortress by any chance? Because how does he win? Every time he goes there, I just keep bouncing and I keep bouncing. Oh, and he should go for this pawn first. No, but that's stalemate again. Wait, it's not. I don't think. Is this. How will you prove that this is winning? Isn't this like a fortress? Or is black winning? Oh no, of course you are. All you need to do is you need to put the bishop here. And then I can't defend. Yeah. Okay, it's not a fortress. So at least I defend. My question here is what would I have done better? No, he played perfectly. So I suppose. Okay, bishop h6 does work. Now, where was my queen is unprotected. That's what I was missing. Queen g3 check and knight g6. I was too focused on the king. I didn't see the I didn't see the queen on being unprotected. This is why you keep an eye on unprotected pieces. I was trying to get checkmate here. I forgot about this queen. Otherwise, I would have played bishop h6. Fine. Fine. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I mean, I think this should be good enough for today. I think I'll end the stream here. It was really nice interacting with you all. Thank you to those who joined. I really appreciate that, and I'll see you next time.